Tally Rebecca Brinkerhoff. Reagan Marie Henney. Okay.
Nice job, Mr. Smith. Well done, Mr. Lavin. Ladies and gentlemen, your graduating class of 2019. Let's hear it for them. You bet. Guys, we just have one more tradition in which to partake this afternoon, and that is to close out our graduating ceremonies and send off this good-looking graduating class with remarks by our Spirit of the Jag speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, the Spirit of the Jag is a student chosen annually by administrative staff who exemplifies true school spirit through excellence in academics, leadership, and extracurricular participation, bringing energy and enthusiasm to everything he or she does. So it is my privilege to now bring to the stage our Spirit of the Jag speaker for 2019, Tally Brinkerhoff.
So, as I've been asked what the Spirit of the Jag is, I found that the most efficient way to explain it is that I am the Troy Bolton of this graduation ceremony. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. It's difficult to express how truly honored I am to stand before you today, to be able to look out and see the greatest friends, the greatest teachers, and the greatest parents all at one time is really a humbling experience. I owe so much of who I am and what I've accomplished to the people who are before me, so thank you so much, and I'm going to miss you. As I've looked back on our times under the Friday night lights, and as I've watched you all compete at state, perform in the all-state choir and orchestra, pull off an incredible musical, become dental and medical assistants and national scholars, I'm reminded of the words of C.S. Lewis. Something deep in the human heart breaks at the thought of a life of mediocrity. No one wants to just be ordinary. This is a Laffy Taffy, a fairly mediocre candy. I'm not overly fond of it. The jokes aren't very clever. And my favorite kind is the pink one. This is green. But this one I've actually been holding on to since April 27th. This was given to me by Miss Bunger, my calculus teacher, over here. And in order to earn a candy from Miss Bunger, you have to answer a question that she's impressed you know the answer to. So my mom can attest that I am not someone that math comes easily to. So I was pretty ecstatic about impressing Miss Bunger. So this candy is significant to me. But to you, well, you'd probably just throw it away or eat it. Similarly, our triumphs and achievements lose value in the midst of comparison and the vastness of our life goals. A lot of the times, the truly significant things that we do appear regular, mediocre, and unimportant. Take cleaning, for example. A remarkable woman by the name of Florence Nightingale was born in the 1800s to live a life of luxury. Instead of obediently plodding through her pre-planned life, she completed nursing school and spent her career in the dirty war hospitals, carrying her signature lamp through the dark nights as she tended to wounded soldiers and addressed their living circumstances. At the end of her life, she had improved the death rates in the field hospitals by 40% through her sanitation efforts. Isn't that incredible? What makes her story so wonderfully pertinent is that at the heart of her work, Florence Nightingale is known for getting on her hands and knees and cleaning the hospitals. Her success did not require some unattainable or unique skill. It required someone who noticed a need and went to work, and then kept working. The lady herself said, I am of certain convinced that the greatest heroes are those who do their duty in the daily grind of domestic affairs. Or in my own words, the great work of this world is done by ordinary people who do their everyday jobs in an extraordinary way. Very few, if any of us, will be noted in the history books. Most of our accomplishments will be Laffy Taffies, important only to the few who recognize their worth. I hope when we all look back to high school, we don't discard how difficult and unexpected it all was. The tears of frustration when test scores did not reflect our study habits, when auditions went horribly, when injury prevented us from competing, that's real life. Life hasn't been and isn't about to start being easy, and we need people willing to lift each other up. People willing to do the things that we won't receive credit for. Standing at the precipice of the future, we have this amazing moment right now to decide to reach beyond the goals of fame and wealth, beyond the confining labels of GPA, political views, religious beliefs, and nationality to build up and strengthen those around us. To take up the lantern of Florence Nightingale as we walk through the pain-ridden wards of the world. To quote Disney Channel, standing up for yourself is important, standing up for others is more important, but standing with others is most important. So at this time, I'd like to ask the Desert Ridge class of 2019 to please stand. Guys, we've studied together, we've danced together, performed together, laughed together, and now as we part ways, we're going to change the world, but only if we can do it together. So please take your tassel in your right hand and move it over to your left, signifying that you are now graduates. Go Jags! Woo!